Hello everyone, this is Shayan Siddiqui with you, an expert business and economics teacher, an educationalist and a professional corporate trainer. Welcome to my channel. In this short video, I'm going to discuss with you the advantages and disadvantages of MBO and ways to improve management by objective. The lecture is going to be in English language. If you want to watch the same lecture in Urdu language, just click on this link. This link will lead you to my Urdu language video for the same topic, advantages and disadvantages of management by objective, means MBO, and how can we improve our management by objective. So without further delay, here we go. Welcome back, and here is the topic. In this topic we are going to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of MBO. So first of all, as you can see, the advantages of MBO. Now what are the advantages of MBO? So the first advantage is that it is a result oriented process. What does it mean by? MBO is basically a process that mainly focuses on setting the goals and controlling the goals. Alright, so in simple words, if I say, it is a result oriented process. Managers are required to do the detailed planning to achieve the set objectives. And if you know how important the planning is in setting the objectives and designing the policy or something, if you haven't watched my video on planning, so here's the link, just click on this link, you will learn the importance of planning for the business. Okay. The second one is, due to the clear system, managers and the subordinates exactly know what is expected from them. This is the second advantage of MBO, because in MBO the things are very clear. So the managers and the subordinates, or the workers, they exactly know what is expected from them. And I explained you in the previous video that basically MBO encourages employee participation, so that even the employees should know what is the objective, what is the target, where do they have to go. So there is a least chance of confusion in MBO. The third advantage which you can see here, in MBO, the managers set the measurable targets that you can measure. Okay, and they also set the standards of performance to achieve those targets. Everyone's responsibility and authority he holds is clearly established in MBO. That's very important. This is an advantage. It's a very clear advantage of MBO. Now the fourth one here is, individuals get more aware of company's goal, where the company is moving toward, what is the goal. Okay, so they get aware of it, and due to the employee participation, employees feel prouder and more motivated to be the part of that planning process. So it improves the morale and commitment to the long-term organizational goal. Alright, number 5. It's also very important. Managers are responsible to oversee the work of subordinates. Okay, MBO highlights the areas in which the workers or the employees need more training, guidance, help and support, including their career development. So basically MBO highlights the area where do they need more support, and if you support them, obviously you push them to achieve the set organizational goal. Ultimate goal is to achieve the objective. Alright, the sixth point is, communication between management and subordinates has improved. Why? Because in MBO, you are inviting them to participate in decision making and setting the objectives. It's not like autocratic style that only the orders are coming from up to down, up to down. No. So basically the communication is clear and communication improves. Like, the management is having on and off meetings with people involved in decision making process. Now let's move over the disadvantages of MBO. Alright, what are the disadvantages? The first one which you see here, complete support of management is required for success of MBO. That's very important. You have to have the backing of your management for that. Okay, the second one is, workers may work under pressure because they have to get along with the management. Sometimes the goals seem to be unrealistic, and this may bring the morale of the employees down. That makes sense. Like, they have to work with the management, they have to get along with the management, sometimes the workers cannot think at the level of management. Like management has set an objective which seems to be unrealistic to the workers because their level of thinking is not as much as the CEOs. So this becomes like a little bit demotivating for the employees who are working. Now the third one is employee may think negativity. That really makes sense. Employee may think that MBO is just another plan of management to make employees work even more harder and harder, and that's it. That's what they can think, because you are bringing them on the table, you are training them, you are communicating with them, you are doing a lot of follow-up with them, you are overseeing their work, so they can think that it's another strategy. Those who don't understand, they can think that it's another strategy of just increasing our work, and that's it. The third one is due to excessive burden of meeting, communication, feedback, and the paperwork. MBO is seriously time consuming. It is seriously time consuming because in MBO, excessive communication, excessive paperwork, feedback, 360-degree feedbacks, and so on, they are involved, which consumes a lot of time of management, and they get involved in doing these things. That makes sense, because we can say that advantages of MBO outweigh the disadvantages of MBO, but we must know the negative side of the picture as well. Okay, now the fifth one is communication skills, communication problem. Now, not every manager is a good communicator. It's not mandatory. Managers must be good communicators. They must have good interactions. They must have these skills. They must know how to deal with people at different level, and they might not have interpersonal skills. Not every manager has interpersonal skills. Not every manager can understand, okay, how should I deal with this person, because he is a junior manager and I am the CEO or director of an organization. My style is different because I normally deal with the CEOs. Fine, but how can I talk to the junior manager? He used to be the junior manager quite a few years back. That makes sense, but not everybody has interpersonal skills to deal with everyone. So that is a problem in MBO. The last one is called resistance. Keep it in your mind, change is not so easy to bring anywhere. Even in individual personality, bringing change is not so easy. So how can you think that if you bring change in any organization, it will be an easy process? It's not going to be so easy. So MBA requires changes in the traditional thinking of the employees or the people involved in it. So you have to change their thinking. Okay, because they can think negatively, they may not go along with your plans, they may not like the change, they may not like management getting involved in their departments. Okay, so organizational structure, goal setting, appraisal, etc., and so on, you have to bring change there, and change is not so easy, and naturally change is often resisted. Okay, so now I have discussed with you the advantages and the disadvantages of MBA. The last thing of this lecture is we will now be discussing ways to improve MBO. How can we improve management by objective? Now, the first thing first, this is very important. Get the full support of your management. Try to convince them to support you. 100% support should be with you. If your management stands with you, if they back you out, that's gonna work. Okay, clear formation of objectives and clear communication at every stage. Do not hide anything. Tell them what is the truth. Tell them the reality. Communication should be very clear. Okay, so this will definitely help MBO to be workable. Okay, the third one is MBO should be the overall philosophy of the organization. Everybody should know, okay, this is the target we have to achieve, this is the objective, and man, I am coming to my office because that is the objective. I am doing this because that is the objective. I am doing late sitting because that is the objective. This should be the philosophy of that organization. Another point is the set target and the goals must be regularly reviewed. Review them. Find out the areas which are weak and try to put your efforts there. Try to push individuals and the departments up. Try to bring them on the plan, on the set line, on the set criteria which you actually set for your organization. Okay. Another one is involve people in MBO system. Actually, everybody is involved in that. Shall be given formal trainings for that. Don't just expect from your employees, from your workers, okay, fine, they understand what I want them to do. No, that's not going to work. Give them the trainings because they're involved in it so that they can understand the program and the contents of that program. The last but not least, whole organization, every department and every individual is involved in MBA, and this should be the absorbed culture of that organization. That's very important. Culture of that organization. Like, this should be the culture of that organization. Like, yes, this is the task, this is the objective, man, that's what we are working for, that's what we are here for, this is the reason, and behind that objective there are some rewards as well. Like, this should be the feel in a whole organization, and that should become the culture of that organization. These are the ways I discuss with you how to improve your MBO, management by objective. I hope you have understood this lecture, advantages and disadvantages of MBO and ways to improve MBO. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I request you to please do so. If you have already subscribed to it, thank you so much, but please refer my channel to others so that they can also benefit from my lectures. Thank you so much for watching.